The Eastbound Strangler, New Jersey, 2006. Atlantic City, New Jersey, long known for its sparkling casinos, lively boardwalk, and booming tourism, held a dark secret in 2006. A secret that shattered the veneer of glamour with a series of brutal murders. In October and November 2006, a chilling pattern of strangulation homicides emerged, targeting young women living on the city's margins. The victims, mostly involved in sex work or struggling with addiction, were found dumped in a drainage ditch near the edge of the city, lying face down in a row facing east, inspiring the moniker, the Eastbound Strangler. The wave of violence terrified Atlantic City's vulnerable populations and exposed systemic failures within law enforcement and social services. Though decades have passed, the killer's identity remains a haunting mystery, a grim reminder of lives cut short and justice left unmet. The city's underbelly. By 2006, Atlantic City was a long-established gambling destination, with casinos dominating its economy and skyline for nearly 3 decades. While tourism and gaming revenue continued to fuel development along the boardwalk, many residential neighborhoods struggled with persistent poverty, drug activity, and high crime rates. The contrast between the prosperity generated by the casino industry and the conditions faced by many local residents had become a defining feature of the city. Poverty, drugs, and crime flourished in neighborhoods just blocks from the casinos. For many young women, sex work became a means of survival amid economic hardship and addiction. The victims of the Eastbound Strangler were women between 20 and 42 years old, often battling drug dependency or homelessness. Their lives were precarious, their whereabouts sometimes unknown, even to family members. The discovery. On November 20th, 2006, 2 women walking their dogs along an access road behind the Golden Key Motel, situated on the outskirts of Atlantic City, noticed a body in a nearby drainage ditch. As police searched the surrounding area, they discovered the remains of 3 additional women. The killings were determined to have occurred within a tight window from October to November 2006. The victims included Molly Jean Diltz, 20. Originally from Pennsylvania, she was last seen alive several days before her disappearance. Although she had no known record of involvement in sex work, investigators believed she may have been engaged in it at the time. She is considered to have been the first victim in the series. Due to the advanced decomposition of her remains, the cause of death could not be determined. Barbara V. Brador, 42. A local sex worker who had a documented history of cocaine use. She disappeared in October 2006, but was not reported missing for several weeks. Her remains were later identified through dental records. However, the advanced state of decomposition prevented investigators from determining a definitive cause of death. Tracy Ann Roberts, 23. Originally from a small town in Delaware and had previously worked as an erotic dancer. She later engaged in sex work in Atlantic City and had a documented history of substance use. She was last seen alive in November 2006 after being hospitalized following an assault by a man who attempted to control her activities. Her death was later determined to have been caused by asphyxiation. Kim Raffo, 35. A former waitress, she was a wife and mother who later became involved in sex work in Atlantic City. She was last seen alive one day before the victims' bodies were discovered. Investigators believe she was the final victim in the series, and that she was strangled with a rope or cord. The investigation. Despite the clear pattern, the Atlantic City Police Department faced immense challenges. Limited forensic technology, lack of resources, and insufficient interagency coordination hindered progress. Many potential witnesses from the victims' communities were reluctant to come forward, fearing retaliation or distrusting police. Several men with violent pasts or ties to the sex work community were questioned, but no definitive charges were brought. The killer remained elusive, leaving behind little forensic evidence and no eyewitnesses. The lack of immediate forensic breakthroughs left the cases cold, though police maintained open files and continued limited inquiries. Media and public reaction. Local media coverage was mixed, sensationalist at times, but also pivotal in raising awareness. The Eastbound Strangler became a grim figure in Atlantic City's lore, stirring both fear and outrage. Newspapers and TV news highlighted the vulnerability of sex workers, but sometimes perpetuated stereotypes that hindered community support. Public demand for answers pressured law enforcement, though no breakthroughs emerged. Cold case and modern efforts. Decades later, the Eastbound Strangler remains officially unsolved. The cases have been included in cold case reviews as forensic science advanced. DNA evidence recovered from some victims has been re-examined, with authorities hopeful that genealogy and modern forensic tools might one day identify the killer. Community organizations continue to support families seeking closure and push for justice reforms to better address crimes against marginalized women. The lasting impact. The Eastbound Strangler's brief reign left lasting scars on Atlantic City. The murders highlighted the dangers faced by vulnerable women and the urgent need for systemic change. His identity remains a shadow looming over the city's history, one that serves as a reminder of lives lost to violence and the importance of vigilance, compassion, and justice.